Hi there guys, today we're going to be doing a simple for loop which you'll be using throughout your programming career. Let's go ahead and dive into this program I have here. It is a program that prints out an 8x8 square. Technically it looks kind of like a rectangle, but that's alright, that's just how it prints out. As you can see, I have lots of print statements to accomplish this. With the for loop, we will be able to simplify this to just one print statement, and I'm going to go ahead and copy this real quick for future use. So let's go ahead and switch over to this program. For any loop, especially for loops, we need to have a count variable, which is generally an integer. So we're going to go ahead and do int a. Whoops, there we go. And then we're going to go ahead and start our for loop. Inside the parentheses for a for loop, you need three things. The first thing you need is you need to initialize your variable, and you have to initialize it in the for loop. We're going to go ahead and initialize this one to 0. And like any statement you have that isn't in the loop, you have to end with semicolons, and that's the same for in the for loop. Then we have to have our conditional for the second piece. So in this one, we're going to do a is less than 8, since we want to do 8 loops. And for the final piece, we have to either have an increment or a decrement in it. So for this one, since we're starting at 0, we're going to go ahead and do an increment. Doesn't matter whether you do post or pre-increment, being that it is not in a conditional statement. Now that we have our brackets, you don't have to do this, but I like to do it. Just put a comment on the end of it, so I know where those brackets or what that end bracket belongs to. Plus, it helps if you're having to troubleshoot your code to find out where you're missing one. Then we're going to go ahead and paste this, and let's go ahead and clear this out down here so we can make sure it works. Now that we have all that, we're going to go ahead and make sure this program works. And there you go. As you can see, that's our for loop, and it printed out the square perfectly. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to some future videos coming out with some other for loops, nested for loops, more complicated programs. Anyways, enjoy.